In today's video, we've got some big news to share with you as the new AtGames Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles HDP Legends Pinball is now available to buy in-store at Sam's Club and online. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that and why you may want to wait a couple weeks before actually purchasing. On top of that, we've got some basic fun news as more products have come out from their initial launch, plus we'll have an update on the Star Wars Return of the Jedi cab that you won't want to miss. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Michael B, and in today's video, we've got a big AtGames announcement as their first new AtGames pinball machine in a very long time, which is a downgraded version of the 4KP with a very popular theme, is now available to purchase in store, but you may want to hold off on doing that. On top of that, we've got some more basic fun news as more products have become available to purchase, as well as a big update on the Star Wars cab. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much everybody for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate the support. If this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notification, all that YouTube jazz. So guys, first up, let's talk about a little bit of basic fun. With the launch window, we were supposed to get 3 Atari countercades. We only got the one in the Centipede countercade originally with no destination date on the Tempest or the Asteroids cab. Well, I do have a big update if you're interested in either of those products. So if you guys head on over to the Arcade Classics store on their Amazon page, you will see that the Atari Centipede cab is still there for sale. You'll notice WrestleFest has been taken down momentarily as they're currently looking to do some kind of update with the A and B buttons working, that they're going to flash the rest of the units before they put it back up for sale. You'll also notice that the Asteroids cab and Atari Tempest cab are also now available to purchase. So if you're interested in purchasing the Atari Tempest cab with a vertical screen, that is now available to purchase for the price of $249, as well as the Asteroids cab also coming in at $249. If you're interested in picking either one of these up, I will share my Amazon link in the description below. Feel free to use it if you want to support the channel, and if not, you don't really have to. It's completely up to you. So one of the other cabs that they advertised that was missing from the initial launch lineup was the Atari Star Wars Return of the Jedi cab. Now, this is a cab a lot of people are interested in, including myself, because I unfortunately sold my original arcade 1-up Star Wars, and I'm looking for a replacement cab, even though this one doesn't do a very good job of recreating the original arcade with its weird choice to have that coffin shape. Now, like I mentioned, this one still currently isn't up for sale, whether it be through the Amazon Arcade Classic store. Even in Canada, we only have options to buy the 2 Ultra cabs, which is super weird. We still don't have options to buy any of the Counter Series, despite the fact that Centipede is really the only cab I've seen so far that I wanted to buy, the Counter Series cab, but I can't access it here in Canada. However, I am somewhat interested in this, despite the horrible shape, and with the news that the Supremes have been delayed. The WrestleFest, we don't know if that's coming until early 2026, and no idea if we're ever going to get the Supreme Return of the Jedi. My interest does go back into the Ultra line cab. We know that this is going to be $5.99 in the US, $6.99 in Canada. The price seems fairly reasonable for me in Canada, at least, that I may look at this as a replacement for my missing Arcade 1-up Star Wars cab. But if you've been waiting for this to come out, I do have some good news. I did talk to retailers here in Canada, and they did clarify that, yes, this wasn't with the original launch lineup, but it will be coming shortly after. Expect to see this cab come up the early part of November. And of course, this also ties in with some of the videos that Basic Fun Arcade Classics have been putting on their YouTube page themselves, one of which that a lot of people may have missed was the build video for the Arcade One Up Basic Fun Star Wars Return of the Jedi cab that shows you step-by-step instructions, how you're going to build the cab. You get a good look at the actual product itself. So if you're interested in seeing if this is something you're interested in picking up, or you're looking for that kind of video, they do have that video up on the page now, which also does go with the information I received from the Canadian distributor. These cabinets should be coming in the relatively near future. We're at the end of October, so I'm expecting early November you're going to be able to order these cabs, whether it be in the US or in Canada. So now turning over to the more immediate news, we've got some leaks in the last little while that AtGames was in fact making a TMNT pinball game, an AtGames original virtual pinball game, and they were going to be releasing a TMNT themed cabinet. Not only that, but it was going to be a separation from the 4KP line, and they were going to try their hands at making another version of the HD pinball. This time, this one would have an updated rock chip in the machine itself that would be more powerful, that would allow you to also download and play Zen games on the machine. Well, a big thank you to my buddy Chaotic BPR, who sent along this picture in one of the Discord groups we're with. This is actually the Legends Pinball HDP, so it does have pinball twice in the name. Think about that. But here is the Turtles Pinball, available to purchase in store at Sam's already. So if you are interested in this product at $1,199, you can go to Sam's and pick it up now. Not only that, if you don't want to go try your luck in store, they are also now up available on the website for you to order. So it actually does not provide us with a lot more information. If you go down here, highlights, Heroes in a Half-Shell Pinball Machine for family fun and play. Includes 3 months free of PinballNet and access to 140 plus digital pinball tables, assembled dimensions, and then assembled weight. Read more. It goes over a little bit, but it doesn't tell you what games are included. I think it's pretty safe to assume that mainly it's just the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that's included with the pinball machine, and the access to 3 months of PinballNet, which will give you access to 140 tables. All the rest of the tables you will be buying yourself. They don't seem to come included on the machine. In regards to the other features, you can go back to the video I did before about the manual that was leaked online a little bit earlier to get some more ideas on features, but we know this is going to have a 1080p 60 frames per second screen, which is actually really good because it does have a new chip and you're going to be able to play Zen Studios games. Even though you could play Zen Studios games on the 4KP previously, they never ever hit that 4K resolution, so you're really not losing anything when you're playing them in 1080p 60 frames per second on this machine. The other big difference is the back glass itself. Instead of having the big back glass that's included on the 4KP, this one's going to have a slightly smaller screen. I think it drops from 21 to 15.6 inches. So that's not great, but it's also not a deal breaker either. So the great thing about this is now we have official product shots that we can share and look through. So you take through, I actually love the shots they did to the machine. I think the machine looks great. The purple coloring is nice. I think they were going to go with more of a sewer theme coloring before. I think purple actually looks a lot better, makes the machine pop. So good choice there. They also went with the original cartoon Turtles, which makes me very happy. Look at all these family playing. That's one thing I will give AtGames a bunch of credit with. Like these pictures right here, they're product pictures. They've done a really good job on that. Of course, you're also missing out. There's no more faux coin door on the front or builder's plate. So that kind of sucks. That does take away from the aesthetic of the pinball machine. I love the faux coin door. Didn't really care for the builder's plate. But you do get a picture of Shredder there. And I guess like if it cuts down on the price, good for them. I still would have put the faux coin door on there. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the pictures. There's some people eating pizza in the background, a dad who's insanely happy about a high five. There's a better look at the machine, a rendering of the image, and yeah, it looks good. Everything looks clean. There you get a look at the smaller back glass, which it does suck. You're still going to get the same images, but I really think the size on the 4KP was the ideal size, but whatever they can do to keep the prices down, right? So that's pretty much it. There's your assembled dimensions, and that's all the pictures that they share. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my god, $1,200. Holy shit, that's really expensive, especially considering just a while back, you could buy a premium starter 4KP that seemingly had all the same features that are going to be included with this pinball machine, with arguably a better pinball machine for just like $12.99. But unfortunately, AtGames hasn't been immune to the price increases all these other companies are facing. We've already seen it with Basic Fun with their 30% tariff increase, jumping their cabs up from $4.99 to $5.99. And even Quarter Arcades the other day on Super Game Room Dude announced they were going to have to raise the prices of their products by 30% as well because of tariffs. AtGames seemingly has been in the same situation. That premium starter is now as much as $15.99. So, of course, even though this doesn't seem like that good a deal, it kind of is because prices are going up. AtGames is offering a more affordable model. I think it's cute. I think it's really cool that they have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles license. So good move for them. Of course, you're always going to have that sticker shock in this community, which I talked about Monday night on my Chillin' Chat. Holy shit, $1,200. But at the same time, in a changing economy, it was a smart move for them to come out with a cheaper table, especially making it so neat and so fun. But the good news is, if you're not willing to pay that $1,199 that it's currently priced at, very big thanks to Rody8105 on my Twitter for sending me along this early Black Friday flyer for Sam's Club that actually shows an introductory sales price for this Black Friday 3-day event, where you're going to be able to buy this exact same Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Legends Pinball HD Pinball, too many pinballs, $200 off for $999. While it's still that holy shit premium home arcade price, it is a little bit of savings if you're interested in buying this machine. So anyways, guys, that is all the news. Like I said, there's 2 new Basic Fun countercades available to buy right now on Amazon, $249 each. You've got the Asteroids and you've got the Atari Tempest. If you want to, I'll leave my affiliate links in the comments down below. Not the comments, the description. I got to remember that. Also, on top of that, it looks like Star Wars is coming in the near future. And me, personally, I'm still interested in this one, despite the horrific shape. I just want to play my Star Wars games again, so hopefully these come out in the next couple weeks. We get to see some video of this, and hopefully this kind of helps Basic Fun show that they can still make good products. Hopefully this is a winner for them, and maybe this is one I'll pick up. Of course, the big news is that the AtGames Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball machine, we didn't have a very long wait on that. They announced it. Not only did they announce it, it was already shipped over. It's already available in Sam's Club. You can go check it out or pick one up today in store or online. But keep in mind, there is a Black Friday sale coming up in the middle to end of November. You guys are going to want to pay attention to because you can save $200. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this news about Basic Fun? Are you excited for the countercades? Are you going to pick one of those up? Are you excited about the upcoming Star Wars Return of the Jedi Ultra Cab? Is that something you're interested in? And probably the biggest news, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Legends Pinball, HD Pinball from AtGames, a big departure from the 4KP line. What does this mean for the future? Is this machine going to be any good? Let me know down below. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.